My girlfriend invited her ex over to my apartment, and I'm absolutely livid right now. I live in a big city, my own apartment. My girlfriend, Lily, lives with her roommates, but if I'm being honest, she basically lives over here 80% of the time. Earlier yesterday, while I was at the gym with my friend, Mike, she texted me that she had an old friend she hasn't seen in a while that's in town, and that it would be nice to have a quiet place to catch up. I said they could use my apartment and that I'd go out for dinner with Mike so they'd have time to catch up. During this time, I'm at the gym, so I wasn't in a rush. I didn't ask who she was inviting over, etc. Well, apparently, I should. As the old friend she was apparently catching up with alone in my apartment was her only ex-boyfriend, Kyle. Around a 30-ish minute after this conversation, I get a text from her saying, "They're out the apartment." I just said, "Bet," and continue with my friend. Mike and I finished our workout around 7 p.m. and decided we'd go to Whole Foods as their hot salad bars got some great food. We ate there and finished around 8:30-ish. I'm away home now, and honestly, I wasn't expecting anything other than just saying hi and hitting my butt to bed. Crap had been a long day. And honestly, I was just ready to go to sleep. I arrive home around 9 p.m., and at this point, I had no idea if her friend was still over or not. I was secretly hoping they weren't, as I didn't feel like socializing at all. But hey, I'll take one for the team. When I walked in the apartment, I see some big freaking Timberland boots that obviously are a man's. I'm immediately like, F, her boyfriend brought her boyfriend. I'm going to have to stay up and socialize now. I take off my shoes and jacket and start heading down the mini hallway. As I enter the living area, I see my girlfriend sitting on the couch with a man at separate ends, but staring at each other talking. My girlfriend notices me and jumps a little. I didn't really find this out of the time, but now thinking back on it makes sense. At this point, I'm still completely oblivious. I say hello and start walking towards the man. I'm looking around the house at this point for her friend. Honestly, I just thought she was in the bathroom or some crap. I shake the guy's hand and say some crap like, "Hey, I'm Lily's boyfriend." He replied back in a cocky freaking way with some "I'm Kyle's Lily's ex." I was like, my fault. I thought you were her friend's boyfriend. Then it got a little quiet and I rapidly come to the realization that my girlfriend has been alone with her ex in my apartment for the last couple of hours. I look at my girl and say, "So I'm taking this was your old friend?" She said, "Yeah," in a soft freaking voice. At this point, I wasn't letting myself jump to any conclusions. But I'm tired, and I don't feel like socializing. I'm also now upset my girl was just chilling with her ex in my apartment. It got quiet again, and those two made zero effort to continue whatever conversation they were having just moments ago. Lily asked how my day was, and I was like, it was fun, I guess. Again, getting the vibe, I'm interrupting something. At this point, I'm fed up. Only like a minute or so had passed since my question to her. "Hey, look at him and ask Kyle, hey, do you mind ending it here for today? Actually got some things I gotta talk to Lily about." He said, she invited me over, though, and we're still reminiscing on the good old days. I look at Lily. She can't even look me in the eyes. I look back at Kyle and say, "Alright, let me rephrase it. This is my apartment, and I'm telling you to leave." He then looks at her and says, "Do you want me to leave?" At this point, I'm not proud of it. I completely lose my crap saying, "What the F do you mean by that? I don't give a crap if she wants you to leave or not. I'm telling you to get the F out of my house." Lily is telling me to calm him down, and turns and tells him he needs to leave. Cal gets up and heads towards the hallway to get his crap. I follow and he ends up leaving. He come back and Lily is now pissed at me saying I embarrassed her. I embarrassed you? She then goes on about how my reaction is totally uncalled to her as she told me he was coming over and asked. I was like, no, Lily. You said a effing friend was coming over. A effing friend. Not once you mentioned this friend was a male, much less your effing ex. She then says my reaction was BS and that I acted like an a-hole. I tell her you were with your effing ex in my apartment. Do you not understand how much of an FU that comes across as? I then asked why the F y'all were meeting in the first place. And she tells me he's going through rough times and needs someone to lean on and that she just wanted to be there for him as he's a nice person and that by hanging with him in my apartment, it shows nothing shady is going on. I explain how that is BS and that if my ex started having issues and I was the one comforting her, she would be pissed. She was like, no, she'd understand because she has empathy. I was like, that's BS, Lily. He got pissed at me at the gym because I smiled when I grow a compliment of my form when lifting. She then was like, she's done talking and stormed out. I didn't say anything. I didn't chase. I haven't reached out. I just sat on the couch and thought about what the F just happened, and they called my father who gave me some great advice. She then texted me these 2 hours ago. Can we talk? I'm sorry for not telling you it was my ex that I invited over. I didn't want you to get the wrong idea. Nothing happened. Nothing's going to happen. I love you. He messaged me out of the blue. He needed someone to talk to. I didn't think that much of it. I'm sorry for deceiving you. That sounds like BS, right? I didn't think much of it, then followed by sorry for deceiving you. Like, obviously, you did think about it, or you would have been truthful. I wanted to talk to him at your place because I didn't want you to assume something else was going on. Please talk to me. I love you. Obviously, if she sees this, she'll know I'm talking about us, but she doesn't use Reddit. I haven't responded yet. I'm leaning towards wanting to break things up with her after talking about this with my pops. Not for her talking with him, but for how I felt in the moment it all was happening. It's a huge red flag for me that she said, old friend, instead of ex. I still don't get it. In the moment of me getting it visibly upset with her ex, she didn't take my side once. When I was nice before I even recognized him, it felt like I was the odd man out. I just felt like she doesn't respect me. Not some 1950s crap where the woman has to respect the man, but if the roles were reversed and I was with my ex at her house, I would have backed my girl when she was getting mad. I would have called my ex out for talking cocky to my girl, etc. I'm still very pissed, so I don't think I should be talking to her right now. It's currently around 3 a.m. Honestly, I'm just effing tired. I don't know if I'm pissed. Edit 1. It's currently 12:44 p.m. It's already been a long freaking day, will continue to be a long freaking day. I've seen your comments. I'll update tonight or tomorrow depending on what the F ends up fully playing out. It's been an half freaking level of a day so far. I'm on like 3 hours of sleep. P.S. I added paragraphs. This whole writing was just my typing the words from thoughts last night. I had no idea so many would view this with the community things. One slow bra says, this crap's effed up. Don't worry, op. You'll be laughing about all this with her in a few years on her next boyfriend's couch. Hell, Kyle may even be there too. Abelard 25 times in, that X is so disrespectful. India Jewel Jacques thinks so disrespectful. Why was a coffee shop not an option? Did they need to meet indoors at O.P.'s place to have a quiet chat? Could they not chat over the phone if things were that bad? I feel like Kyle was enjoying the feeling of domination in O.P.'s apartment. Kyle has a plan, dump or O.P., and let him have her. Let him think he won. Ballerin46 wants to make a few points. A. It's your residence. Who you allow in it is your call, just as who you kick out of it. B. If the guy popped in at 2 towards me in my own home, I kick him out as well. Wait, I have done that, so no judgment here. See, yes, your girlfriend should have explained the situation that it was her ex, etc., so you weren't blindsided. She didn't. That's on her. Yes. Your girlfriend didn't explain it because she already assumed that if she did, you would not only not allow her to use your place for the meeting but may have not wanted that meeting to occur at all. So she didn't, kept it big, and assumed that the ex would be gone before he got home. You've got every right to be pissed, I would be as well. Watch your back, an ex showing up can mean nothing, or can they do a total breakup depending on how things go. Yes. This is from experience when the ex of my then girlfriend showed up out of the blue wanting her back, and she took him back. That started, by the way, with a let's meet and talk between the two of them. The talk was him wanting her back. Gly from wants to say, should have told her to leave too. I feel like she totally didn't respect you in this moment and knew she was doing something wrong if she had the need to tell you it was an old friend and not an ex. And clearly, he had other motives if right away he said ex. There's definitely more to the story. And so if he just texted her and said he needed someone to talk to and she just took the hook, she must be still invested in him in some way. Update. It's currently around 7 p.m. when writing this, and honestly, the last 13-ish hours have been effing draining, to say the least. I woke in the morning to my phone going absolutely nuts with notifications from Reddit. I honestly was like, oh F, why the actual F did I decide to pour my personal thoughts out into a Reddit post? I began to scroll y'all's comments, and to say I was shocked is an absolute understatement. Literally almost all of y'all are actively taking my side. And I mean, I was just scrolling this morning just looking for the one comment that was taking hers. It did not come. What surprised me the most were the amount of women in this thread that said they would never do this to their man and that it is beyond disrespectful. I mean, those comments hit the hardest this morning as those were my thoughts exactly. Last night was a freaking stress storm for me, to be honest. I couldn't believe what the F had just happened. As y'all can guess from my last post, I live alone, so there wasn't anyone at my crib that I could talk to. So I decided to call them one man that's had my back since day one, my pops. As many have messaged me, and many have commented, I will go into detail on what exactly our phone call entailed. First, I'm gonna go back to when it originally happened, so that it makes more sense. Also, when reading back my thoughts from last night, it was clear I was rushing at the end and honestly just fed up with everything at that point, so I skipped a lot of details. Okay. To start, Lily had just stormed out of my apartment at this point when I called her out that she wouldn't be a freaking okay with me meeting my ex because they needed someone to lean on. Like I said before, I didn't call out, text, or follow her. At this point, I am effing furious, and I can't believe what the F just happened. I take a seat on the couch and try breathing exercises. I am trying to calm down, but it's no use because I keep remembering Kyle asking, "Do you want me to leave to my girlfriend?" I didn't really elaborate on this beforehand, but that crap, I think, sent me to another world, and I was absolutely about to lose my crap to the max. I just kept telling myself it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. At this point, all I wanted to do was beat Kyle's butt, and all my methods for calming down were failing at this point. I just said, F it, and picked up my phone and said, Siri, call old man. I honestly didn't know what I was going to say at this point, but I knew if there was one person who could get through to me, it would be my pops. Now, I don't remember the exact dialogue that exactly went down. I'm going to try my best to be as accurate as possible. Phone dialing. Dad picks up and says, "Seen it already." Voots dropped 43 on they, but I started laughing a bit and say, "It's not about that, Dad. I just got into a huge effing fight with Lily, Dad. I'm really effing pissed, Dad. I don't want to do anything stupid. Whoa. 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 Okay. Where are you right now? Are you with her? Are you guys okay? I'm at the crib right now, and she just stormed out. Yes, I'm chilling. I just don't know what to do. There's a long pause after this, and I hear my pops taking a deep breath and say, "Alright. Alright. Hit me." I began to give him the same rundown I give you guys in my last post. The whole time, my pops is dead silent, doesn't say an effing word. I finished up the story. All he asked was, "What does Kyle look like?" I won't lie. This caught me off guard because I was like, "Dang, Dad. Why the F does that matter what he looks like?" I responded, "I don't know. He was white with long curly hair, etc." "Why?" My dad was like, "No, no." "How tall was he?" At this point, I'm like, "What the F, Dad? I don't know." "His bud was like 59, max." I'd add laughs a bit and says, "Explains the Timberland's then, ethic male equivalent of heels." I didn't realize it yesterday. But what my pops was doing was what he always does. I literally can't stay pissed if I laugh. And my dad can make me laugh on demand. I started laughing. I was like, you're right. He then was like, "How much do you think he weighed?" I had to think for a minute, but I was like, maybe $155-ish. My pops then brought up the argument between Kyle and I. "You should said Lily told Kyle to leave after you started if you get mad, right?" "Yeah," I responded. I'd had pauses for a long time again and takes another deep breath. "My name, I wouldn't be surprised if this situation is a lot deeper than it seems. It speaks volumes to me if she only rallied for him to leave after you began to get real upset. My name, you are 6 foot, 190 pounds, and were just disrespected in your own house by a man you do not know. When a woman cares for someone, the last thing she wants is for him to be in harm's way." She understood exactly what was going to happen if the situation continued to escalate, and she chose to get Kyle out of harm's way, followed by switching all the blame to you and leaving. Honestly, son, where do you think she's at right now? I didn't say anything. I knew what he was saying, implying, "I know it hurts, but promise me you won't do anything irrational." She made her decision. There's not much you can do to change it. You've proven your whole life. You're one of one. Don't lose yourself now over something that will just end up a tiny bump on your roadmap. I mean, seriously, I couldn't be more effing proud of you, son. You're 22 living on your own in city. You got your crap together. That's rare. My name. You're rare. My name. The right woman. Like your mom for me." I laughed a little, "but walk into your life when you least expect it. Don't waste your energy. Everything happens for a reason, son." I paused for a minute and said, "Thank you. I needed this, Dad." My dad left. "Of course, your mom and I are here for y'always." Ends call. Fast forward back to this morning. I couldn't sleep for crap last night, so this morning was just complete crap. Lily was blowing up my phone the whole night, apologizing and begging for my forgiveness. It's around 11 a.m. at this point. I'm completely just over the situation. I still haven't responded to her since she stormed off last night. In my opinion, she made her choice. However, I got a long freaking week ahead of me and can't be having this crap continue to impact me this much going forward. I eat something and head down to my apartment's local gym to just run. On lifting days, I go to a private gym, and on cardio days, I use the apartment's gym. Running is therapeutic for me. Around 1 o'clock, I get a phone call, and you guessed it, it was from Lily. No part of me wanted to pick up the phone, but we've been dating for 2.5 years. I felt obligated. Pigs up the phone. "What's up?" I say, to be immediately met with crying. "I'm sorry. My name. I love you to death. Please to talk to me." I shouldn't have left last night. I pin it. You know, I love you. My name, I didn't say anything. My name, please talk to me. This isn't right. Please just talk to your girlfriend. I'm sorry. I told you nothing happened. I won't ever talk to him again. Please, I beg. Can we just talk? At this point, the realization of my feelings for her started to really kick in. Instead of anger, sorrow, and any emotion, to be honest, I just felt a sense of indifference when she spoke. I responded, "Can you come over around 3?" So crying at this point? Yes. 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 She says, "Okay," I say, and end the call. I'm just sitting on the sofa now at this time, just waiting for 3 to roll around, scrolling through the comments on my previous post. Knock knock. I hear from the hallway. Shortly after, I see my girlfriend emerge from the mini hallway. She begins to start smiling and crying while wiping her tears. Again, I take notice of how I feel in this moment, a sense of indifference, a feeling I don't care about anymore. It really started to hit me. 2.5 years wasted just like that. The woman who I cared so deeply for just 24 hours before now is in front of me crying, and I don't feel a thing. "Lily, it's over between us," I said, completely shocked. She barely manages to motor out. "What?" while still crying. "It's over." I repeated my name. "My name, my name, my name, my name." "No. No. 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 Please. I'm sorry. Donut is between us. I love you to death," she said hysterically. No, it won't lie. That last bit hit hard. I mean, effing hard, man. I couldn't mask it anymore. The lid had been broken. "Don't end this between us?" I say, "Lily, I'm sorry. I can't take this crap anymore. I don't know what impression I gave you over our relationship, but I won't stay in a relationship with a woman who thinks that effing little of me. You made the decision to end crap between us when you invited your ex into my apartment behind my effing back. Lily, that is something I refuse to let slide." At this point, my thoughts just begin to flow out of my mouth like an effing tidal wave. No man is that cocky for no reason, Lily. I'm not a freaking fool, Lily. You gave him some type of reassurance to give him the confidence to act like that. Hell, you even backed him in front of me. Why the F would I stay with someone who's not going to have my back? Absolutely bawling at this point, Lily say, "I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. Y'all can call me whatever you want." But at this point, I just went soft. I didn't have the heart to keep drilling her anymore. She was just breaking down, crying uncontrollably. I just sat down in silence. "I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I love you. Only you. I won't ever talk to him again. I won't. I promise. Please just give me one chance," said Lily. I'm completely silent. I mean, there was just a huge effing pressure on my chest. It felt like my rib cage was gonna crack under the pressure. Sat there silently listening to her crying. I remembered one of my favorite songs. I'd rather have loyalty than love because love really don't mean jack. See, love is just a feeling. You can love somebody and still stab them in the back. They don't take much to love. You can love somebody just by being attached. See, loyalty is an action. You can love or hate me and still have my back. 21 Savage. I just kept repeating those lyrics in my head over and over and over again. To many, it might seem she said all the right things, but to me, actions speak louder than words. Last night, she chose to make her decision on us through her action, and since actions speak louder than words, it really didn't matter what she said. I'm struggling to keep it together at this point. I really did love her. Hell, I still effing do, but I understood this was what's best for me. I wouldn't have been able to trust her again. You can't be in a relationship without trust or loyalty. I lost both from her. As she cries and look up and say, Lily, please, it's over. There's no saving this. She looks at me and says my name. No, please. Just stop. It's over, Lily. I interrupt. Please, just do us both a favor and take your things and leave, Lily. It's over. Please, let's just end it here. She doesn't say anything and gets up and starts grabbing some of her things around the apartment. I grabbed a garbage bag and helped her pack. She left the keys in my apartment on the table and left. This all finished up around 4:30 today. I've just been sitting here trying to process what the F just happened. Honestly, it all still doesn't feel real. I never intended on posting on Reddit yesterday. But I just needed a place to ethane vent. And since it blew up, I felt like I should update y'all today. At 7:35 as I finished writing this, a method hurt. The weight of what the F just went down over the last 24 hours doesn't seem real. To anyone who actually read this long freaking update, thank you. To those who commented on my previous post, thank you. Africa needed a place to vent last night. Let's check in with the community to see how they respond this time. Fun statistician 550 said, but Dad said was right. She refused the situation, but for who? Where did she go after she stormed out? Why would any sane person with a tiny bit of self-respect stay in that? Good on you, OP. Stay strong. There's no love without trust. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Water8AQ says, you made the right decision. Op. You gotta put yourself first and Lily put you effing last. Alternative Buds 224 Forces. Your dad's a legend, dude. Troll Slayer 765 says, your pops as a wise man. Sucks now, but like he said, the best thing will walk into your life when you're not looking for it. Your dad was right. She knew exactly what was going to happen when you saw him in your place. It was like she was playing a game with you. She definitely tried to butter you up. I'm glad you didn't take the bait. If she loved you, she would never have entertained her ex, plain and simple. And had the tables turned, she would have lost her mind if you had your ex over. What do you make of this? What would you have done?